Hi everyone, it's Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 8 Death Predictions. This is going to be our official Death Prediction live stream video. I know we've alluded to it several times. We've talked about some people that we think are going to go. I've got kind of a big 6 list that we're going to produce at some point just for the general audience to talk about and discuss. That won't be a live stream. I'll probably get that posted later on this week. But I've also got another 5 or 6 people that I think are second half could be rolled into the whole death equation as well. So we're letting a few people in the door here. I see just a couple shouts we get started. See Lucas, what's up? Ann Hodge, thanks for being here. Alexander Santos, Carol McFry. Kel says Tom Brady's the greatest of all time because she lost a bet. I cannot say that name over and over again. Northside Queen in the house. Self-loathing. So many people coming in. So I'll get to some shout-outs a little later on in the video. If you guys are new to the channel, this is a podcast. It's talk radio, but your predictions, your theories is what really makes this video. It's very modular. So within the video, I'm going to be looking at the live stream. I'm going to call on you and just read your comment, your thoughts, comments, and we're going to put this thing together. So the video is just going to develop. It's not, I've got kind of some predetermined ideas, but it really changes the shape of it by you guys all being involved. So I thank all of you guys for tuning in. There's not a lot of spoilers out there, but there is some news. So we're going to incorporate all that into what we talk about today. So thanks for tuning in. Harley Quinn made it. Thank you for being here. Humid Stingray, it's been a while. So many people I haven't seen in a while. The closer we get to October, the more of my lost children that show back up. So thanks to all of you guys for being here. A couple other quick announcements too, and then we'll get into it. You guys do know that we've been a lot more active with 99 Sports, so Tommy McCandless, Kel, Steph Richardson are all in there too. We'll do a live stream on that tomorrow night. We're going to talk about a little bit of NFL football, and I guess I can go ahead and make the announcement. This is going to be kind of breaking news. We also have 99 Spoilers, 99 Gaming, but I'm in the works of setting up a brand new channel. Yes, there's no content on it yet, but you'll see it within the next week or so. 999 Comics. So all the interest, all the enthusiasm with the older editions of the Walking Dead comics that we do on 99 Gaming. I'm getting a lot of ideas, and a lot of people are sending me information to set up an official comic book channel. So we'll still do the older Walking Dead comics on the 99 Gaming channel, but there will be a lot of new reads coming up on the 99 Comic channel. So if you guys want to subscribe early, just check the main page of the 99 Gaming. You'll see additional channels, and then you can subscribe. But like I said, there's no content there, so if you guys want to get ready for that, then that's what's up. So let's get to it. We're going to get to some of your predictions and some of your thoughts and ideas. So here's kind of the big 6, and I'll walk through what we talked about. So I'm very, very confident based on a couple things. The filming schedule that I have seen up until episode 8 at this point, Eric, Arat, Shiva, Tobin, Gregory, all by the mid-season finale. Gavin being the wild card. Gavin or Jared, I think, is interchangeable. I haven't gotten like all the details of that. So 4 out of those 6, 5 out of those 6 are pretty much gone. So we can bank on those. There's going to be your early deaths, and there's going to be a lot of Walker deaths. What we're going to talk about today is we will talk a little bit about them. We're also going to talk about some future deaths probably for the second half of the season and how we think the timeline is going to all unfold. And I want to be respectful to all the Game of Thrones fans out there, so this stream will be a hard stop at about 8:30, so you have plenty of time. We're not going to drag this on for 45 minutes or an hour, but I am going to talk about some of your ideas and who we think might be out the door. And one additional thing is I'm waiting for some of your comments and your death predictions. If you are new to the stream, it's the first time you've ever been in one of the 99 Gaming streams, just type a 999 up there for us so we can welcome you to the group and be a part of the 999 Army. It's really, really awesome group of people here. So I do see a couple new faces that I've not seen ever, actually. Ref Eek, I guess, I'm trying to say your name the right way, says, Gregory has to die and they should stick to the comics. So to a degree, you know, we do know that a lot of times they will take the comic book death, but they'll mix up the character or possibly who kills that character, a la Abraham and Denise, kind of flip-flopping with that. But I do think that is some of the allure behind Gregory dying. But then that does open up the door for a couple other deaths that may not be as popular. And we're going to talk about a couple of those because they could be options for the second half of the season, or maybe not the second half of the season, maybe the season finale, depending on how the time frame happens. That's going to be very, very important. You know what? I just have to say, thanks for being new to our chat, but there's no way that I am reading your name in a live video. Just sorry. I just can't do that. But thank you for being here. Mary, no spoilers that are concrete that we haven't talked about. Some hints, yes. Not direct spoilers. These are going to be some predictions. But they're going to be pretty strong predictions, I think, with a little bit of comic book backing. And you guys know I'm on I can't say issue. I was going to say episode. Issue 85 of the comics. But when we were doing some of the theories last year, I do know some events or some things that do happen. So we're just going to start with one person that is rumored to die just because he's in a locked up room with Negan. I mean, you know, Negan walks around the corner and says, "You got your shitting pants on?" I mean, that's pretty direct, and you know, bad things happen when that's suggested. So Father G is on the chopping block. He's right there. It's too obvious, which is why Father G is not going to die. Way too obvious. And I think that's going to be, there is an event. This is a spoiler. So if you're, I'm not going to give you, well, I'm going to give you some of the details. So if you're totally opposed to spoilers, I'm going to tell you one thing that I do know that happens leading up to this. In 3, 2, 1. So Gregory abandons Father G. And that's how Father G ends up in this predicament with Negan. So Rick's there. They start the assault on the sanctuary. Gregory is there. Gregory evidently has a fallout with Negan. Might even get thrown down the stairs. That's still a little bit unclear how that goes down. But Gregory is running away, and Father G goes to help him, and Gregory leaves him behind. So now, whether Negan will keep him as a negotiating tool, or whether someone will come in and save the day and break him out, but I don't see Father G dying. And those of you that do know in the comics, Father G won't die until later on in the Whisper of War. I think he is on top of a tower, and he falls and gets stuck, breaks his leg, and then he gets devoured. So I haven't read that far into it, but that seems like Father G might be waiting around a little bit. Now on the flip side, you've got someone living on borrowed time. You got Morgan. Morgan should have been dead long ago. And in fact, if you guys saw the comic book read, I think it might have been issue number 83 or 84, is where Morgan actually died. So Morgan died before Negan was even around. And this is where some people say, well, they should follow the comic, but they don't always follow the comic. Morgan was dead a long time ago. Now Morgan is really seeing these flashbacks and wants to vindicate. Now a lot of people are saying that Morgan could die because Morgan said, I don't die. Too obvious, right? Now, Mary, I am all for that prediction. That would be the type of thing that would get him some credibility, right? Eugene is going to get Father G and the Doc out. Hey, I'm okay with that. Let me open it up for your thoughts. So you can see Mary is saying Eugene is going to save the day. Who thinks Eugene has a possibility of helping Father G get out? I'm calling it right now. Negan is not killing Father G. Not going to happen. Someone is going to save him. I'm open. Could be Eugene. I don't think so. I like the theory. I am going to disagree with it because I think Eugene is going to do a much higher level of sabotaging. If Eugene breaks him out, Eugene is a man without a country. I think Eugene's going to be involved in the negotiating for either Judith or for Rick. So Six Side Sports says, kills, will Tara die? Tara is on my maybe list. See, Steph, that to me makes a lot more sense. There's also rumors out there that Simon, but I think it's too early. I think Dwight, that could be his redeeming quality. Dwight wants to get at Negan. Maybe he finds a way to distract Negan, to shoot at Negan, to do something to get Father G to safety. And that would buy him some points with Rick and company. I do think, Westwick, I agree with that. He says, I think Eugene will play some part to help Rick with the war. Absolutely think that, but I don't know if breaking Father G out is going to be redemption. It'll help, but I think Eugene's got to do something more dynamic to really win the hearts of people. And I could see Eugene being suicidal, or I could see him being a hero. Could go either way with that one. All right, someone asked the question, will Tara die? Tara's got a couple different options here. So I'm not afraid to make my prediction. We've seen the tattoo on Tara's arm. We've seen the Glock that I think it was a Glock that Daryl was holding, might have been Daryl, with the symbols. I think that has to do with Tara's past life as a police cadet. And either a kill count or something along those lines. The question is, will Tara be able to pull the trigger when she needs to? I could see the storyline changing gradually because, okay, in the comic, we know Negan gets captured. Michonne does not like the fact that Rick doesn't kill Negan. But let me give you an alternate story. Let's take Negan out of the equation with the whole comic book and someone leaving. All right. Negan gets captured in the comic. Michonne leaves, becomes a pirate. Tara wants Dwight dead. Daryl has promised to kill Dwight. In his exact words. I don't care if he is sorry, I'm going to kill that son of a bitch. So, what if that storyline takes a little different turn? What if Tara leaves to go back to the ocean? Remember, here's something that's important. In Season 7, Tara's name was over the boat. Right? So, there's always something with their name and the item that pertains to their name. I think Tara leaves and goes on the boat trip. Tara becomes the pirate because Daryl will not kill Dwight. That's my theory. Pencil it in right now. You heard it here first. Daryl changes his mind. You can already see they're going along that direction. I mean, Daryl was choking him. Daryl let him go. Daryl saw the chess piece that Dwight left, said, I didn't know. He was trying to help him. Daryl probably wrote the note to Dwight that said tomorrow. I think that's going to be a partnership. And I also think that if Daryl accepts Dwight, the people at home will accept Dwight. The writers are smart because they know Daryl's popular. So Daryl's popularity could carry over with Dwight, and you could see those two as a team. Now, that satisfies the comic fans because the comic fans want to see something with the jail cell and everything else. I'm not saying Negan won't be locked up, But the other thing that that would do is I'm sorry, somebody was just spamming some other content. The other thing that that would do is that would create a level of unpredictability with Negan. And this is what I mean by that. So when Denise took the arrow that was supposed to be for Abraham in the comics, at that point everybody said, not everybody, but a lot of people said, Abraham's not going to die. Robert Kirkman said he regretted killing him, so he's not going to be the one beat down. They're going to beat down Glenn. I'm telling you, a lot of people said that. Hindsight is 20/20. And then a lot of people, once they heard the spoilers, said, no, I never said that. But yes, a lot of people thought because Abraham didn't take the arrow, he was going to live, kind of like Morgan. So if the storyline plays out with Dwight and Tara, then Negan, all bets are off. That means all of us are sitting here saying, wait a minute, Negan might not be locked up, he might not be prisoner, Rick might kill him, he might get away. There's so many different things, which is awesome, because now it's less predictable. The main villain in the show, we have no idea what's going to happen with him. Will they even kill him or capture him during All Out War? What if they extend this even longer? I mean, what if they really milk it and say, you know what? We think All Out War is going to happen, but now Negan's going to retreat, and then he might hit him 6 months from now. So many different scenarios that could happen if this thing plays out the way I think. And the fact that Tara has already been there, you know, by Oceanside and all of that, I think there's a possibility. Could also be a reunion with Heath. Maybe Heath got taken. Everybody wants to think that Heath got taken by the Whisperers, but maybe Heath got taken by Pete or Sadiq. They are close to the ocean. You probably haven't heard that stream either. Or I'm sorry, that prediction in a live stream before. So I'm going to say potentially Tara, or maybe Tara leaves looking for Heath, and she finds him, and they have some cake by the ocean. See what I did there? All right, so I'm going to say Tara doesn't die. I know she's, you know, on the chopping block. I'm going to say Father G does not die either. Now that leaves me with 4 other people we're going to talk about. I can. So one of the moderators just, you know, there are some new people here. One, don't come in and spam your channel, guys. I mean, seriously. You don't go in McDonald's and order a Whopper. So, you know, I appreciate the fact that you guys want to grow your channel, you want to do some things, but it's distracting to the people that want to be here and want to talk about The Walking Dead. So let's not do that. And let's keep the conversations. I mean, we got some serious theories here. We're deep in thought. Don't want to ruin everybody's fun, but at the same time, let's keep it respectable. All right. Okay. There's the rules. All right. Here's some news that was out this week. Like I said, it's similar to last week. So Stephen Ogg says in big news this week, not so big news, said they're going to thin out the herd. Well, I think if they kill Eric, Arat, Shiva, Gavin, Tobin, and Gregory in the first 8 episodes, that's thinning out the herd. So that didn't really strike me as bizarre. What's funny sometimes is we do these prediction videos, and we predict 6 or 7 early on, like in May and June, and then an actor comes out in July, and they say it's going to be thinning the herd, and then people that are listening to the streams again think it's going to be in addition to. So we've already called out at least 6 deaths that we think are going to happen. But there's still 4 more people. We took Father G off the list. We took Tara off the list. So here are one of the other people. There's rumors out there that Simon could betray Negan and Simon could die. Now, I do think Simon will die this season. And I'm going to leave it up to you, if you guys can type in the comments right now. I've said this before, so hopefully you guys remember. If Simon were to die this season, who do you think will kill Simon? And I got one person, I know. I know it's going to happen this way. I can feel it. I haven't got the confirmed spoiler yet, but I think Simon is going to be one of the people. We're going to cross him out, and I'm going to tell you who's going to do it. And while you guys are typing that, just real quick, just another point of reference. I'm okay with, sometimes people get passionate, but if you're just like blatantly swearing in chat, it's kind of ignorant, so just don't type it. I mean, you got to think before you type. So try to keep the cursing to a minimum. It's just not something people want to read. We want to read your chat. So I'm hearing Jesus. There you go. Diane Estes. Ding, ding, ding. Ellie Valentine. Ding, ding, ding. Northside Queen. Wayne Floyd. All of them are getting it. No, Dark Angel. It ain't going to be Carol. Chip Smith has got it. So everybody that gets it, I'm going to tell you if I think you are correct. We're going to be right there. And Steph Richardson, yes. Okay. I think it's Carl. I think without a doubt, Carl. Simon has just picked on Carl too many times. You don't thump the kid's hat. That is weighing in the back of his mind. I'm telling you, it might be a minor detail, but Carl was just so convinced when they went to that lineup that he's not going to let anybody else die. I think Carl kills Simon. Because let's face it, Carl is one of the most badass people on the show right now. I mean, Carl was there. He was going to take Lucille. He didn't care. Wasn't crying. He was just tough. The only time Carl really cries is when Negan makes him sing. So Simon is definitely somebody I think exits the show before the end of the season. I just don't think there's a storyline for him. All right, so now we're going to get to the last three. We got about 7 minutes. And I'm just trying to catch up. And here, I'm going to say it one more time. So Bree, we want these people involved in chat, but here's the thing, guys. We're just not here to be randomly silly. I mean, we want interaction. We want people to have a good time. But if you're just here to spam something or you're just here to troll people or do those things, you'll have a quick exit. It's just, that's the way it goes. We don't need thousands of people. We need hundreds of people that are involved and have a good time with what we do. If that means that we got to weed out a couple, we got to weed out a couple. All right, so I'm going to get to, oh boy, I'm going to have a hard time. There's some names I just have a hard time saying, but I'm going to do it. Ayatoro Collins, I think I did that right, asked the question, do you think the part when it was going to take Lucille and Rick didn't flinch put a rift between he and Rick? It's a good question, but I watched that over and over and over again, and Rick was looking to the left, either at Michonne, because Michonne was up there fighting, or from the direction that Ezekiel was there. I don't think Ezekiel's group just happened to come in at the right time. I think that Rick knew they were there. And maybe he timed it really good for television, and if he'd have timed it another 2 seconds, Carl would have gotten the bat either way. But it did work out. You know what? I'm just going to do everybody a favor here. Okay. We took care of that. We had somebody just being a little bit excessive there. All right. Last few minutes, and I'm going to get to some of your thoughts, some of your predictions. So here you go. Here's 3 more people that I think could potentially be on the chopping block, and it all has to do with their timeline. Rosita, Jerry, and Ezekiel. And here's why I think one of those 3 people could live. I think Jerry might be the person to make it. If it follows the comic storyline, we know that Rosita and Ezekiel could have their heads put on a stake going into the Whisperer War. So I hope that's not the case and they mix it up, but it is such a powerful part in the comics as it comes up. I don't think Ezekiel's going to escape it. Maybe Rosita escapes it, but Rosita doesn't really have a lot right now, so I think she's walking really, she's on borrowed time. I don't see a new storyline for Rosita. And it's kind of hard for me to say it. So if Rosita does not leave and become the pirate, I don't see her with anything. Unless there's a Eugene reunion somehow. But I think Rosita she's kind of soulless at this point. So I could see Rosita and Ezekiel and Jerry being the person just to kind of keep around, because Jerry doesn't really hurt anybody. He could be the person to sort of keep on Shiva's and King Ezekiel's memory. Now the question is, does that happen this season? It all depends on the storyline. So if, and that I think could be the season 8 finale, is either something happening with Rosita and Ezekiel. Or definitely something happened with Ezekiel. And we see him either taken, or maybe in episode 15 something happens, and then the finale we actually see the heads on a stake, and then we move into the Whisperer War next year. They could. Could be Carol's head. I mean, there are definitely other options that are out there. I don't know. I do feel like it's going to happen. I think kind of like the Spencer scene where Spencer got gutted. I think it has to be Ezekiel. As far as the other person, that's open for debate. Maybe Tara, maybe Carol, maybe Rosita. We just don't know at this point. All right, we got a couple minutes left, so real quick, I'm going to flash back. My predictions for deaths: Eric, Arat, Shiva, Gavin, Tobin, and Gregory, I think, by the first 8 episodes. In the second half of the season, I'm going to say Father G is safe, Tara is safe, Simon, Ezekiel are gone, 2 more major characters. I think Jerry lives, he dodges the bullet, and Rosita or Carol would be the other person that would fill in. So I'm going to open it up to your thoughts, your comments. Dalton Johnston says, I see Rosita returning to her roots and becoming Susie Crabgrass once the war is over. Lindsay Luke, I don't want to see Carol go, but her and Morgan's stories are done. It's a good point. So Crazy says, I doubt they'll do it just like the comic. I think they'll do it like the comic. I don't know if it'll be the people. Dalton is like, what do you mean, Gavin? Well, because I think that Jared is going to kill Gavin. I know it's not the popular theory. I'm the only person out there with that theory right now. I think Jared has had enough of Gavin, and he kills him to gain favor with Negan. Chip Smith said Jerry becomes king. Possibly. Maybe they could keep that going. Tommy says Rosita will die this season. Andrew says Aaron will probably die. I don't think Aaron's going to die. I think Aaron's got some staying power, and he's got more story to tell once Eric is gone. People want to see that relationship happen between Jesus and Aaron at some point. Maybe season 10. Lindsay Luke says, kills. Do you think Negan will kill Jared? He's been in pain. I don't. I think Jared is going to become a pretty loyal person for Negan. That's why I think he'll kill Gavin. I think Gavin comes across as weak, and Negan doesn't like it. And I think Jared will show that kind of, dreadfulness that Negan likes. Just a theory. Faceless Jack says, I think Aaron will be taken. All right, I'm going to read through a couple more of your comments, and then we're going to wind this thing down. Ann High says, if Ezekiel dies, and it's Queen Carol. There you go. There's an alternate storyline. Ezekiel goes, and Carol takes over what's left of the kingdom. You're right, Penguins fan. Thanks for being an awesome dude. That's Jerry. Great quote. Lynn, the Zombie Fox, says, I believe Rosita is on the outs unless she becomes one of Negan's wives. That ain't going to happen. No way. Are you kidding me? She tried to shoot through Lucille. Easy Man says, I think it's just going to be Rosita and Morgan. iRock6, no problem. Appreciate you being in the stream. Eric is gone. Eric is gone within the first 2 episodes. I think it'll be in the extended episode. Hey, I like it. You know, Harley and some of the other people saying Carol. A lot of Carol fans out there. Carmen says she doesn't think she would want to be queen. No, but the conviction might force her to do it. That would be a nice change of pace for Carol, too. Yeah, Westwick, Rosita and Ezekiel's death, and that's why I said I definitely think it'll be Ezekiel. I don't know that it has to be Rosita, per se, because Rosita's already on a different storyline anyway, because of the whole Sasha deal. All right, everybody, we're going to wind the stream down. This is The Walking Dead Season 8 Death Predictions. You heard my 6 and then a couple more that we're going to add to it. We read a couple other people's. So if you're new to this chat, this is what we do. If you've been here for a long time, either way, at the last minute of the chat, I like to do shout-outs and just thank all of you guys for being a part of what we do here. So here's the way it works. I'm just going to say, Easy Man, thank you for being here. Appreciate you being part of the stream. iRock6, Kel says smile. Harley Quinn, thank you for being here. Tommy, the sweet-ass enforcer McCandless. Dalton Johnston, thank you for your participation. James Gallegos, thank you for being here. Faceless Jack. If you want a shout-out, leave it in the comments below. If I don't get to your shout-out when the video goes live, just leave it in the comment section. Cynthia Gibson, thank you for being here. And also, while I'm waiting on a few shout-out requests, just want to let you guys know, we will be streaming 999 Sports tomorrow night on the Sports Channel. Hit the subscribe button over there. If you don't know where it's at, go to the main page. You'll see 999 Sports, 999 Spoilers, and the new 999 Comics. And get involved in that live stream. That way you'll get a notification. Also, on Tuesday night, we're going to do random things. It's on this channel. We just talk about whatever comes to mind. So I have some different topics for you guys. Wednesday is usually Wednesday Walkers, and Thursday is the top 9, and a whole lot of gaming streams throughout the week. I've been playing March to War, so thank to all of you guys. There's your quick commercial break. So Ann Hodge, thank you for being here. Raging Red Fox. Ayutoro Collins, thank you for being here. Israel Marion, Pittsburgh Penguins fan. Ellie Valentine, thank you. Always love when you're in the streams, Ellie Valentine. I appreciate you being here. Great Dane as well. Ref Eek, thank you for being here. Tobin McLeod, thank you, sir. Always a pleasure. Deb S., thank you for being here. Andrew Garcia. Who else we got? Did I get you Carol McFry? If not, I'll do a double shout-out. Diane Estes doesn't want to see Carol go. I don't either, but it could happen. Northside Queen in the house. Who else we got? Sonic, the Snow Wolf, a.k.a. Toxic Fox, Six Side Sports. Diane Estes. Diane, I think I gave you a double shot. See, I'm so confused now. Billy Jones, thank you for being here. Linda Zombie Fox. Lindsay Luke, double L in the house. Emmy Desiree Bacon. The birthday girl, Emmy Bacon, thank you for being here. Walking Dead Girls like a popsicle on a hot summer day. Thank you, Carmen Trance. Hey, thank you, Dark Angel. I appreciate you. Tough moderating tonight. Sometimes you get a tough crowd. It's all good. Thank you for doing a very good job there. DB Dom, thank you. You have a good night as well. Steph Richardson. Chip Smith, the Clem fan. What's up, Clem fan? David, thank you for being here. Oh, maybe not. David got banned. I didn't even see what he said. Maybe he said something that he wasn't supposed to say. Jumped in the chat. I missed it. It got retracted fast, so whatever. If I don't see it, I don't know it. I don't have to worry about it. Hourglass Confessions, thank you so much for being here. Hey, you guys are welcome. I always try to get everybody in a shout out, but some people are lagging, some people are late to ask for it, and some people, they just type it so fast that I miss them. So if I do miss you in a shout out, leave it in the comments. And also, when this video goes live in about 5 or 10 minutes, get over there and leave some comments too, because a lot of people are going to watch the playback of this. There'll be 2,000 or 3,000 people that'll watch this, and that's why it's important for you guys to participate, because I want them to know that you guys helped make the video. Wesley Norman, thank you so much for being here. Husky Gaming, appreciate you being here. Retro Plays, and I think we're good. I think we've hit most of the shout outs. If I didn't get you in a shout out, I will catch you on the rebound. Thanks everybody. This is The Walking Dead Season 8 Death Predictions. My name's Killshot. Talk to y'all soon. Later.